Hello everyone, Espurr here. Now what day today we game on TC Mako, or we're watching the Splatana. Now, look at the comps. They have a leader, you gotta be careful of that. You do have a stamp, so you should be able to take out the leader by chucking it. Your comp doesn't have a backline, so you won't have pressure to play off of, but whatever. You're gonna have to be more aggressive. But that's about it. Keep track of the sloshing machine. Make sure they aren't, in the V-slosh, keep track of the sloshes in general. And make sure if they are below the ledge, don't approach. Just go somewhere else. Or bomb them and then go in. But yeah, it could be a bit tricky. You immediately rush in. That's something. I don't know about that move, but I mean, you could do it, I guess. Actually, they're really bunched up. You could push them right now. Yeah, push them now. Push them now. Okay. Okay, they just melee you. Yeah, we're a bit slow in realizing if the enemy's really bunched up, that is a call to push him. There's like 3 people in one area. Just pop a torpedo, push him. If the torpedo lands, you're gonna get a lot of value out of the torpedo. Anyways, there's a breeze to the left. Make sure you don't kill those Bria. There's a flush on the right. You've been marked though, so you probably don't want to push that. You do realize that. You've been marked again. They're trying to hit you, but they keep missing. Let's see. Really spamming a lot of line markers. Anyways, you're pretty close to your special. You can probably punish their, you can probably kill people on the right. Actually, no, you probably want to get out. Yeah, this is kind of weird. This is kind of strange. I don't think you really want this. Yeah, I don't know if you've really had an opportunity to get out, but you probably should have gotten out. Actually, maybe if you didn't, you probably could have made an opportunity to get out. You just didn't try to make one. That just wasn't being considered. Anyways, you're still pretty close to your special. Get this guy. There we go. Now you have your special. Chuck it at the tower. I guess you don't need to. Someone's behind you though. Are you doing any of this to them? Good. There we go. Do you push up? Should be pushing up. There you go. You have right stack. I'd say watch out for the leader. Figure out where they're going to set up and then toss it with the hammer. There you go. You miss it though. Yeah. I'd say when it comes to getting like good leader picks, you want to try to position yourself in a way where it's easy for you to hit them, but they might not have enough time to properly aim at you, or might not have an angle or something like that. Anyways, you do have a hammer. I'd still say chuck it. This is not necessary. Yeah, here's my thing. The longer you spend in your hammer, there's a lot of reasons why you don't actually want to like rush with the hammer. One reason is the longer you spend in rush mode, the longer it'll take for you to actually like play your weapon. Because rush mode isn't actually all that, it's pretty limiting. Like you can only really go forward. It has a lot of kill power, sure, but actually, no, go in, go, there's 2 down, go in right now. Take this guy out right now, they're alone. But you do not really try to push them until you got the 1v1. You've been taking a lot of 1v1s, to be honest. I haven't really seen all too many fights where you've actually been able to like play with the team, except for this one. You're playing with the other Splatana. That is a fight that you are partaking, a team fight you are partaking in. Now they're gone. Now you're running away. That's fair. To be running away at that moment. Anyways, you have your special. Try to see if you can help out your team. Try to see if you can get them out. You notice the leaders looking at you. That's good. I'd say, okay. I'd say try to look for a good time to throw that hammer when someone's an easy shot. Or get that, you can do that. Hammer is a more reliable way to get like a pick than hoping someone's gonna make that kind of mistake. But, well, it's not super reliable, but it's a safer way at least. But anyways, you want to just paint around, set up for the good fight, or rather, little zip caster, whatever. Anyways, half a bit far back, and the Rainmaker's all the way up. Not Rainmaker, tower's all the way up there, but you were forced here, to be honest. Anyways, move up. I'd say if you want to stay on left stack, you probably could have tossed the hammer at the charger and then go in. Hammer is really good at picking off people who are really out in the open. Chargers tend to stay out in the open. They need good sightlines. They have to stay out in the open. If they're not out in the open, they don't have good sightlines. This is true with like most backlines. What I'll also say is hammer is really good at punishing people who are really bunched up. If you ever see like a charger just in a dumb spot, in like a really open spot, or you have a really good If you ever see a charger where you think I have a good shot on that, I can snipe him probably. That's the time for you to toss that hammer because you have a good shot. If you see the enemy really bunched up, that's the time to toss that hammer and punish them for bunching up. Anyways, I will say this Splatana did mention they have problems with noticing team advantage or numbers advantages and like hammers, like using their specials. So yeah, and there we go. To solve that, I will mention this Splatana did do a pretty smart thing. Instead, the leader was out in the open. They could have rushed him if they wanted to, and that would have provided a lot of value. But instead of doing that, they just went for tower because even though leader was influencing the objective, the leader wasn't the objective. The objective was the tower. And you know what? Good on you for knowing that. Anyways, so what the Splatana should do, what I'd say the Splatana should do, is they should try to realize that, yeah, this hammer is actually a pretty fair tool for like deleting backlines. If you see a backline that's set up on like snipe or something, get a good shot, toss it, kill him. If you notice the enemy's bunched up, pop the hammer, toss it, push. Let's see. As for recognizing like when you have an advantage, or like when you have like when you have numbers advantages, I think you're focusing a lot on your fights, to be honest. I can tell there's a lot of focus just on your fights, just by the way you play. You're not really spending too much time thinking about anything else. Maybe a little bit of time about the objective, but that's about it. What I have to say is you need to be able to focus on things more than just the fight. So you need to be checking the top bar, and you need to be trying to keep track of where people are. If you can keep track of who's dead and alive, then that will be extremely valuable. I know you can't always do that. So you can't always say like, oh, the splash and the E-leader are dead. You might be able to tell if the E-leader's dead. It's pretty obvious, but there's a very little difference between a splash and a T-Tech in terms of like seeing them, I guess. Basic point is if you can keep in your mind like, okay, there's like 1 dead or there's 3 dead. If the number ever goes to 2 or below, that's the opportune time to push. You have to push that. You also have to push if there's a special. If there's a special displacing someone, you gotta take that spot. If there's 2 down, that means you can kind of just hold forward on them and just kill them with a teammate. You have to hold forward with a teammate. If you don't, you're just giving up numbers advantage. But anyways, that's just enough rambling for today. Pop the hammer when you see someone in the open or clumped up, and push to recognize number advantages. Make sure to look at the top bar, and just, if you can, keep track of how many people are dead. With that out of the way, though, see y'all.